The time John Gruden was an NFL analyst, he'd be involved in TV programs like Monday Night Football, John Gruden's quarterback camp, where he once locked eyes and swooned across the room just a little bit over a quarterback named Derek Carr. Seems like it was so long ago now.
I know, right? So do his days actually coaching a team, right? My favorite quote from his introductory press conference in Oakland, when he reminded everyone, "I have not won a game since 2008. Haven't lost any either." So Gruden. Here's more Gruden as we send it live to Indy.
A new era for the Oakland Raiders is underway, and our friend John Gruden is leading the way. I understand you're back in your old office. How would you describe the emotions of just as you're kind of getting back into it and just being in that environment again?
It's like that movie Back to the Future. You know, you walk in the same building that you did in 1998, 1999, and some things haven't changed at all. But one thing remains is the will to win. The tradition of the Raiders is still as strong as ever. I'm really excited to be back and part of it.
All right, so we've all watched you for the last 9 years, and especially in our meetings, taking notes and grilling coaches and then grinding away in the dark in your office and watching film. What do you want all of that to have an impact on?
Well, I've always had the urge to come back. I've always had the urge to help players, and I have spent a lot of time with NFL players, high school players, college players. Because of the collective bargaining agreement, they're not able to go anywhere, but they come and see me sometimes. So I've always tried to stay on top of what's happening in case I did get another opportunity, and now it's a matter of applying some of the things that I have learned, and I know I have a lot to prove. I'm excited to get started here.
How do you want it to be different?
Well, you got to adapt, obviously, to the way we practice now, to the new rules that are in play. I want to excite the players. I want the players to look forward to playing in this style of football that we're going to be putting in. And what it is exactly, I'm not sure because I don't know who we're going to have on our team. But we're going to be on the cutting edge of how to move the football, how to defend people. And it'll be an ongoing process as we adapt to the players that we have.
So as you've spent the time and grinding through with your new coaching staff, all the personnel, I mean, how do you see it? How do you see those pieces fitting together?
Well, we have some holes, obviously. We have some areas that we need to address. That's the first thing we did, hire a great coaching staff. I'd take my coaching staff against anybody. And then we evaluated our roster, Susie, watched a lot of tape, game film, practice film, you name it. And now we're getting ready for free agency. We understand where we are in a salary cap. Who can we plug in? Where can we improve? Those are going to be some tough decisions that we make here in the next couple weeks.
So you touched on that style, whatever it is, your offense, Paul Guenther's defense. So how do you mesh this personnel with the style you want to bring to football now?
Well, it all starts with Derek Carr. You know, Derek Carr is a great young quarterback, and we want to be balanced. We brought in Tom Cable from the Seahawks as our line coach. We want to run the football and have some play-action passes. We want to use some no-huddle offense. We want to be multiple, have a lot of diversity, and we will. But it depends on who those players are. But I do know Amari Cooper will be a big part of our offense. I do know Khalil Mack will be a big part of our defense. But you just look at the middle of our defense. We got to find a middle linebacker. We got to address the safety position, and that we will do.
All right, so you touched on a couple things there. I'm sure it's nice to come to the combine and not have to look for a quarterback. In your last 5 years with the Bucs, you used 7 different starters. So you know you have a quarterback in Derek Carr. What have you, your new offensive coordinator, Greg Olson, what have you guys been planning on as you watch and break down Derek to help him take the next step?
Well, first of all, you realize he has spectacular arm talent. He can make any throw from any platform, under duress, sidearm, you name it, running left, running right. He can make all the throws. But we have to create more vertical shots for him, I think, off of play action. And we got to get more from him athletically. I think he's capable of rushing for 250 yards, scrambling for 15 to 18 first downs. This is an extremely athletic quarterback, but we're going to put him in charge, I think, at the line of scrimmage more than he has been in his past. And I think that's going to unlock the greatness. That's what he was at Fresno. He called his own plays, and he has a lot of charisma, I think, that we're going to try to unlock.
Okay, so speaking of charisma, everybody seems to be very intrigued about your relationship with Marshawn Lynch. Whether you've met him, whether you haven't met him, has he been in the building or not? What should fans know?
I'm not even allowed to meet with these players. I mean, I'm locked out till April 9th. I bumped into Lynch. I live in Oakland. He lives in Oakland. I try to find a guy that cuts his hair. I'm going to try to meet him to try and get some secondary contact with Lynch. I want to coach him. One of the reasons I'm here is I want to be on the same team as Khalil Mack. I want to team up with Derek Carr, and I certainly would like to hand the ball to this beast. But that'll all unfold here in the coming weeks. But April 9th, I'm officially allowed to start talking to these guys, and I'm looking forward to it.
How much have you thought about just that whole that first meeting and getting the whole
I
team
can't wait.
together?
You know me better than most people. I love football, and I love the city of Oakland. I love the Raiders, and I just can't wait to start this process, the journey, the preparation, the presentation on Sunday. Can you tell I'm excited?
Yeah.
I even brought you a Raid advisor.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there you go.
Better than the FFCA.
Yeah. I bet the Kansas City Chiefs don't bring you a visor.
Okay, so John, you could be prepared here for the first win of the 2018 season right here on Friday. You have a coin flip with the Niners for whether it's pick 9 or 10. Can you at least have some fun with that, or is that something you'd be stressing over?
I'm going to try to weight the coin so it's in our favor. We need the 9th pick. The 49ers and Raiders in a coin flip duel. That'll be the highlight of the week. I'm excited about it. Who's flipping that coin?
I don't know. Well, what's it like to be back here?
It's great. You know, I used to love coming here to fraternize with all the coaches around the league, the scouts, the assistant coaches. I was out with Sean Payton, and I saw Stephen Jones of the Cowboys, my brother Jay Gruden. It's just great to be around the coaches of this great game. And this is where they all are, and I'm going to be out after curfew all week. So, Cindy, my wife, if you're watching, better be careful because I'm going to be out with my buddies tonight.
I might just see you out.
Yeah, you might too.
Great to see you, John.
Susie.